it's really them! Yes, folks, it's time for another Diddy movie premiere. Crank your amps up to 11 as we go behind the scenes with the hottest boy band on the planet. It's 2 Dimensions.
Ah! I got a good feeling about this one, boys. A fly-on-the-wall boy band popumentary that's bound to get the girls screaming.
Not just the girls, Larry.
We want to get everybody screaming. Well, you normally manage to do that. So which band did you get? JLS?
No.
The Wanted?
No.
One Direction?
No.
It's better than that, Larry. We formed our own. You did what?
We're 2 Dimensions!
But I never heard of you guys.
Never heard of us yet, Larry.
This movie's going to make us pop megastars.
Yes, soon the whole world will know that we're as good at singing as we are at making movies. Hey, you. What do you buy?
Small ones, black, yellow or red, green ones, blue ones, stuff, living or dead. It's really, really simple. Just pop them in the mail. Wrap them up with sticky tape and don't put the tail.
We buy anymonkey.com except payment in cash, check, credit card, or bananas. To speak to an operator, please dial 08447.
Larry, if you were a bit hairier, we'd make a fortune.
I don't think they take gorillas. What? Shush! Larry! It's starting.
They're the hottest boy band of the century, and you've got an Access All Areas backstage pass to experience 2 Dimensions live.
Of course, we always knew we were going to be famous. Even at the first audition, it was obvious we had talent.
When you're as cool as us, it's only a matter of time.
The 2D journey began on popular TV show Call That Talent. Hello there, and what brings you to Call That Talent?
We are 2 Dimensions.
And we're going to blow your socks off.
Great name. Because there's 2 of you, right?
Yeah.
I so like things I've got 2 of. Hands, feet,
Brain cells?
exactamundo.
Away you go, lads.
We want to be famous, we want to be rich. We don't want to wait, we want it dead quick. We want cash in the stash, we can splash at a dash with a hairy moustache and a very itchy rash. We want to be famous
Hang on. You said you were gonna blow our socks off. Well, they're still on.
Oh yeah, nearly forgot. Ta-da!
Well, Lance, I can see now why you're called 2D. That singing was totally flat.
But your styling is so wrong.
Oh!
What do you think, Tiny Toaster? Yeah, couldn't agree more.
I think he likes us.
Get out and never sing again. Everybody else, you're through to the next round.
Well, of course, every band has its setbacks. But we weren't put off.
We've had millions of people tell us we were brilliant. Well, hundreds. Dozens. Well, one. Yes, my Auntie Patsy in America.
When he was 3, he sang me heads, shoulders, knees, and toes down the phone. And then he wet himself.
You see, the only way to deal with getting kicked off Call That Talent was with dignity.
No! Please give us another chance! Please!
You lot with no talent! If it bit you on the bum! Get that out of my face! But it seemed our journey was over. Oh, well, at least that was a quick one. Ha! See you later, boys.
Where are you going? It's only just started. Who wants to be a pop star anyway? The fame, the money, the travel, the fancy parties. Me? I want that, lovey. Me. Yeah, me too.
I can make that happen for you.
I'll be your hero. 'Cause
Hang on. You told us to get lost.
Hey, all part of the plan, guys. See, I said that to make people feel sorry for you.
What about when you said never sing again?
Oh, well, I said that because you're terrible.
Fair point.
Hey, I'm making you my wild card act. Everybody loves an underdog, right? Right? Am I right? Huh? You're back in the competition.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The band sailed through the rest of the competition.
We wanna be famous, we wanna be rich, we don't want to wait, we want
Through Disco Week,
want cash in a stash, we can splash in a dash, with a hairy moustache and a very itchy rash, rash.
country and western.
Wanna be famous, we wanna be rich, we don't wanna wait, we want
The Lady Doo-Doo Week.
blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, wah, wah, wah.
All the way to the final.
We wanna be famous. We wanna be rich. We wanna be famous. No.
This was it. The moment of truth. How many sausages can one man fit into his mouth? No. But did we have enough talent to win the show? Yeah, we did. Shut up. They don't know that yet. But did we? Yes, we did. Shut up. Well, did we?
And the winner of Call That Talent is... Life for 2D was about to change. The guys were really going up in the world. Well then, guys, you're really going up in the world. Now, if there's anything you need, anything at all.
Train set?
Anything.
Sports car?
Yes, anything.
Ballet lessons?
Yes!
Anything.
But first, you have to sign this contract.
Oh, yes. Why didn't you say?
Well, you don't want to read it first?
Why would I? We have complete confidence that you are a nice man working in our best interests. And I can't read.
Two Dimensions rushed to the recording studio to put their angelic voices on their first big hit.
You've got lovely eyes. You've got lovely knees. Say that you At first, we thought we were going to have a number 2. You said number 2. But we ended up with a number 1 on our hands. And number 1 on our hands.
And then it was time for a huge public appearance.
Say that you like me, pretty, pretty, please. I declare this supermarket open.
And finally leading to a primetime TV slot.
Come 14 and smell my cheese. Say that you like me, pretty, pretty, please. There's something very familiar about that. No matter how big we got, fame wasn't going to change us. Why are there red ones? I said no red ones! Sorry, sir.
Well then, boys, you've made it to the top. Bertha Titville's second largest scout hunt.
Read my comic now! Once upon a time. Properly! Once upon a time. Right, that's it. I've had it off and ball up it.
It's nice to see fame hasn't gone to your heads.
Oh, dib, dib, dib. Here is tonight's chickens.
I'll take that off your hands. Thank you very much. Come on, guys.
It's showtime. Me, I'm first. How dare you? I'm the star. I'm the bigger star than you. You got silly hair. I'm bigger. Oh, get off.
this the end for 2 dimensions? Of course it wasn't.
Can't believe Trevor fired us. All we did was demolish a scout hut. It's not like we did anything serious.
Oh, Dob. You two old Merthyr in your scout hut.
Yeah, you pay him, lovey. What with? With the money that we made. But I thought you had it. Thought you did. That means Trevor's got it.
All right, what about this? Was this the end for 2 dimensions?
Oh, please.
Of course it wasn't.
Oh, don't keep getting my hopes up.
It's okay. I paid all the bills. You're free to go.
Why would you do that?
Because you're back. The single went's #1 in America. You sold 1 million.
Do we even have any fans in America? You got one. I thought 1 million copies.
Hey, look, I've got a U.S. tour lined up and everything. I mean, you've already sold out Broadway. Are you with me?
We learned our lesson. We were older and wiser. We thought long and hard before making a decision. Yes! We'll do anything we say. And now we're back where we belong, and we owe it all to the little people. What, like pixies and gnomes and that? No! To our adoring fans. Speaking of which, we got a set-out Broadway show to do. Let's rock this joint! I thought this was a sellout. Where is everyone? I thought every single seat in the house. Oh. Well, the only way's up. You've got lovely eyes. You've got lovely teeth. Say that you like me. Pretty, please.
Okay, so is this the end for 2 dimensions?
Say that
Yes!
pretty, please. I hope he doesn't wet himself.
Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down and mess me around? And the worst of all, you never call baby when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart.
Good golly, Miss Molly, it's time for another Diddy movie premiere. And please remember to switch off your mobile phones. Oh, hello, Mum. Yes, I'm just reminding him. Yes, it is very annoying. Tonight's movie, the earth-splattering invasion.
Mr. Weinsteinberger, we'd like to say thank you to you for being so understanding.
I was?
Yes, lovey, for letting us go so over budget on our latest movie. Don't worry though, Larry. We're going to pay you back. Yeah, there you go. £1.
Oh, £1? That's not so bad.
And we'll continue to pay you £1 every week for the next 3 million weeks, lovey.
What a naughty sausage. The following advert is an advert.
Have you ever thought about the money you have tied up in soft furnishings? Ever considered that you could literally be sitting on a feathery gold mine? Or whether your cushions are flat or plumped, send them to us at
Cash for cushions, where you get cash for your cushions, unless they're really old or sweaty. In which case, we won't give you cash for your cushions. That's right. Cash for cushions, where you get cash for your cushions, unless they're really old or sweaty. In which case, we won't give you cash for your cushions. That's right. Cash for cushions, where you get cash for your cushions. That's right.
Cash for cushions, where you get cash for your cushions. Oh, look, it's starting. And this time, Larry. We've recorded the movie in surround sound.
Surround sound.
Who said that?
No, Larry. It was the surround sound.
Surround sound.
Who said that?
The surround sound.
Surround sound. Surround sound.
Oh, the surround sound.
Who said that?
Diddy Movies presents Invasion.
You look so ugly.
That's right. You got a face like a squashed hamburger. Do you mind?
Greetings, puny. Greetings, puny life forms. I have travelled far from the galaxy of to get here. I have come in the name of the High Emperor, Yak Yak Snuff, in association with Venus Cold and Flu Remedies.
Good day, interesting-looking traveller from another galaxy. I am the Prime Minister of this part of what we humbly call Earth, and I welcome you with open arms.
Oh, thank you, Brahmeister, for your rubbish welcome. I claim your puny Earth and rename it Chloe the Third. Bow down before Spock, your new leader.
All right, guys, let it happen!
Behold, my powerful mind waves of doom. I've been observing the limits of your pathetic brains. Your free Wi-Fi, your grated cheese, your limited parking facilities. You're no match for Spock. Kneel before me.
Look!
What?
There's another one!
Oh!
Well, I didn't see that coming.
Actually, I did see that coming. And I could see your car's about to get stolen.
What?
What's that? All right, everybody. Nobody move. I said, nobody move. Right, whoever you are, can you stop vaporizing my people? I've travelled here today from the galaxy of to be here. I've done that. So let's make some noise. Alright. Oh, hello. I'm Cindy. Tough crowd, these Earthlings, aren't they? Actually, it's not Earth anymore. I changed its name to Chloe the Third when I landed here first, when I became leader first. Alright, chillax, buddy. Why don't we share it? Yeah, we could rule this rock together. Spock and Cindy. No! Now push off, you sponge peeper. Crub muncher.
Both off to a solid start there. Nothing too flashy, but all still to play for.
Alright, you fumbly welcher. Crub nuzzler. Chip lubra. Whip tackler.
Oh, my word, where did he find that one? He totally pwned him.
Znacker. Phenom.
No, he's in serious trouble here.
Ooble grinder, dangle knuckle, brunky nobbler.
Well, at the end of the day, the best spog-noggler won. Up next, Yeti wrestling.
Silence! That doesn't count. I was here first, so I'm going to be the leader. Well, I am a hunky hottie, so that makes me the leader.
Oh.
Guttle sucker! Whatheads!
Hello, mighty aliens. Us worthless shoe-dwelling humans have noticed that your magnificences aren't quite seeing eye to eye over this. So I would be honoured to set you some human challenges, the winner of which could rule us for all of eternity. So what do you say? Oh, splendid! Challenge 1 in the fight to rule the planet, cake baking.
Here.
Did you touch my cake?
No. Okay, well, let's see how they got on. Oh, yeah. Oh, interesting. I'm getting burnt fish, hairy pork, and ooh, gravel. Looks interesting. This one, I'm getting the runs. So, Spork takes the first challenge. Oh, 1-0. Challenge 2, written test.
Right, then we'll have no talking, no diving, no petting, no bombing, and try not to eat your exam papers. Begin.
Sir! He done snots on my test, sir. Bogies! Do I get an extra point for shouting that? No, he doesn't!
Right! You're both disqualified for covering everything with bogies! You lose all your points!
Oh, sir!
All right, half a point each. Now go and wash your nostrils!
So, we come to the decider. It's neck and neck, if indeed those are necks. The winner of this gets to rule Earth. Challenge 3, skydiving!
Hey, Cindy. You know what I've done? What? I've swapped your parachute. Hey? I've swapped your parachute for... trombone. Now Earth. Chloe the third is mine. You know what I've done? What? I've swapped your parachute too. I guess this is the end then. Yep. I'm sorry, buddy. I should never have tried to take over your planet. Oh no, it's my fault. I should have shared it. Friends, friends. Only joking, lame-o. Yeah, me too.
worked. The aliens destroyed each other, and as I speak, they are being scraped off the pavement like pancakes.
Your Majesty, people of Earth. Mum. We're saved! Way to go! And I'm proud to stand here in front of all of you and say...
What a dump. Well, Larry, what do you think? What about you lot? What do you think, eh? Actually, Mr. Weinsteinberger, we got a new idea for a movie. And this one's got second-hand soap.
That's the worst idea. That stinks out the whole universe. I love it. Here's the money.